word of advice to Siddhant. You're doing 2 films with him now.
Don't trouble me anymore.
Okay.
Stop troubling me.
How does he trouble you?
He's just always troubling me. We're like Tom and Jerry. We keep fighting and then we love each other also.
Lastly, word of advice to Ishaan, since all your co-stars you're discussing here.
Ishaan, I would say keep dancing.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Puja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Many, many congratulations, Ananya. As I said, you were the perfect Tia. So I would say safely assured by diving deep into the deep sea.
Thank you. That feels great to hear.
But, you were just perfect for the part and you were very convincing. I just felt that maybe you were playing the trusting, naive Tia who has no idea about what is brewing under her nose, literally.
Honestly, I know before in the interviews, I did say that Tia is very similar to how I am, but honestly, she's also very, very different from how I am. She's lived a completely different life from how I have lived, especially when it comes to the family dynamics, that they're all within. Also, in terms of just her maturity, I think I'm not as mature as she is. She has a certain sense of therav in just her general being. I'm a lot more excitable as a person. I'm very impulsive. If I'm feeling something, I say it immediately. She takes time to think about it. It brews inside her, as you said. Even that I'm hoping that everyone's watched the film before they watch this interview, because there will be some spoilers. But even before that confrontation scene between Tia and Zayn, she took a very long time to even reach that place, because I think in their relationship, he's definitely the one who has the power in that sense. So I don't think Tia has confronted him about very many things before that. So for her to even reach that point, it's required a lot of her thinking, a lot of patience about finding the right time. So there are a lot of things that are different in me and her. I don't think I would have handled the situation with the same maturity that she did. So we are very different also. So I don't think it's fair to say that I played myself in the film, but there are many similar things between myself and my character.
Played yourself in the sense, because you were very convincing, because I'm sure you heard it from everyone. You made the perfect Tia. You made the perfect Tia. And this is what I was talking with people, because, you can, when people watch ki ye theek nahi tha, wo theek nahi tha, but no one had anything to say with Tia's casting. Tia was just perfect.
Oh my God. Thank you. No, I tried to do it as honestly as possible. For me as an actor, it was one of those paths that there's just so much juice in there, because Tia goes through a complete arc. At the start of the film, she's a certain way. At the end of the film, she's a certain way. There's also a lot about her secrets and her baggage and her guilt in that sense that you realize at the end of the film. So, just getting into those smaller nuances of her character, it was a treat to play Tia.
Absolutely. And also, there's been people talking about intimacy, everything. I think that aside, this film deals with a very deep issue about how your past, your family dynamics conditions what you are. This is something that actually causes for a discussion, and I'm sure we all deal with it. Our past,
and it happens, sorry to cut you in, but it happens subconsciously also. You try to run away from it as much as you can. You try to hide from it, but somewhere it catches up to you, and you might not even be fully aware in the ways that it's catching up to you, or the ways it comes out or it shows.
Totally. So, for a young girl whose family dynamics are bang opposite, and also the last scene when no spoilers here, when she tells Deepika about what she knows about, it's just said with a very calm, matter-of-fact way. If there was any other girl, she would have howled, cried, would have wanted to, just bring the house down. But Tia's like, this is it. So, what was your brief to actually get into that space? Because it's not, somewhere an actor draws from his or her own personal life and instances.
Yeah. No, definitely. What Tia has gone through, or her family dynamics, or the weight that she's carrying, or even what happens to her with Zayn, I have never been through anything like that in my life, and I might have felt certain emotions that she's gone through, like heartbreak or betrayal or guilt in my own capacity, but not to the extent that she has. I think it was about finding those feelings and then transferring it onto Tia and then diving in much deeper. Shakun, as a director, he doesn't spoon feed the audience. He doesn't like things being too dramatic or too on the face in that sense. He believes in being completely real and honest and present in that moment. And at that point of the film, I think Tia has lost so much already. And I think it's coming more from a place of guilt when she tells Alicia what she feels. And sometimes, I think we have this notion all wrong that you have to cry, you have to shout, you have to be very over the top to convey something. But sometimes even just a look and that give and take between two people can convey so much. And I think it's a beautifully written scene as well. I had a lot in the text itself for me to feed off. But that's something I learned with Shakun, that you don't if it's written on paper that Tia breaks down right now, Tia cries right now, you don't necessarily have to do that if it doesn't feel honest to what you think the character would do at that point. It has to all come from a real place.
And it wouldn't be wrong to say that Gehraiyaan actually gave you that performance platform, to showcase, because, Student of the Year was young, hip, whatever. Then you did Pati Patni or Wo, but now you had Khali Pili. Now you have this. It's a range. So what are you looking for?
Said, yeah. Sorry, what I think I'm looking for now going forward is honesty in whatever I do. I don't want to tie myself down into any boxes or be like, this is the kind of movie that I want to do for the rest of my life. I've grown up watching those big masala popcorn films. I love horror films. I love romantic films. So I kind of want to do everything. I'm just starting out. It's only my 4th film. So I'm hoping to do a lot and experiment a lot. But I know what I've learned from this film is honesty. And I want to keep that going in whatever I do, no matter what genre or kind of film it is, to be present and honest.
No, true, because, the thing is, you're well aware. I mean, we spoke about the time when you launched Be Positive and everything, your thing about against bullying. Yeah. People boxing you. No, you can only fit into a box. Does that sometimes get difficult for you to tell people, like, don't box me, I am capable, just give me that chance?
I've realized that by me saying it, it's not going to make much of a difference. I need to kind of somewhere prove it with my work, and I have to let my work speak for itself. And I'm very grateful that I got an opportunity to play a part like this and to work with someone like Shakun so early on in my career. And I can only hope for more chances like this where I get to play real, complex female characters.
So will we see that in Kho Gaye Hum Kahan, if I've got the name right?
Yeah, Kho Gaye Hum Kahan. It's weird because the director Arjun, when he narrated the film to me, I was like, how are you inside my brain? Like, how do you know exactly how I behave in these situations? It's very, very, very relatable as a film. And I think it's about coming of digital age. It's about 3 friends and social media and their relationships. And I feel it's a very, very important story to tell in a time where everything is digital right now.
Yeah, how do you deal with, because everything is digital. I mean, your captions are wonderful, but it's in your face. Back in the day, your dad's time, like our time, he didn't have any of that.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm only 23, and I don't know if that's sad, but my entire growing up experience, I've had the digital world around me. Like, I can't compare it because I've not existed in a time where it wasn't there. I've obviously heard stories, but I also feel like we have become extremely reliant on it. A lot of we sometimes forget to connect to the real world because we're so caught up and we start believing that this is everything. But I feel like social media also has its good aspects to it. It has its good side to it, but we kind of have to draw boundaries somewhere.
Absolutely. And you're somebody who takes bouquets and brickbats on the chin. How do you do it? For somebody so young to have launched that Be Positive, no to bullying, you've had your fair share, but taking it on the chin, where does that come from? I'm sure it must be also irking you, yeah?
No, it does hurt. There are days where I don't deal with it so well. It hurts me sometimes. And especially when it comes to things like my work, I really do get affected. But then some days I get motivated by it, and I think you should, I think what helps me the most is to kind of just detach from it and connect with people who I know love me and who are there for me in that way. And I think at that point, that's important.
Absolutely. So now we are looking forward to Liger also. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yes.
There's a lot of how happens there.
It's a full-on masala popcorn film. It's like every genre, it's comedy, romance, drama, thriller, everything in it, action. And those are the kind of films that I've grown up watching, those masala popcorn entertainers, where you just go into the theater and you sit with your popcorn and you watch it as a community and you just laugh together, cry together, gasp together. So it's one of those films and I'm really excited, and it's a pan-India film. I'm venturing into 4 new industries at the same time. So it's very overwhelming, but I'm really excited.
Awesome. So there's some fan questions which I'll quickly take. What is Ananya's idea of an ideal relationship?
Something that's built off of friendship, a lot of communication, trust, but a lot of laughter.
Have you ever met a Zayn-like person in real life?
I think I've dodged them so far.
Okay. Your most challenging scene from Gehraiyaan?
Most of the scenes in the second half of the film.
Actually, the second half was actually very riveting. I agree with it. What is your definition of Gehraiyaan? What is your definition?
I think my definition of Gehraiyaan would be your truest, deepest self. Once all those layers have peeled off, because we as humans have so many sides of ourselves. We put out this side in front of the public, and then in front of our friends, and in front of who we're in a relationship with, and they're all different. But then I think Gehraiyaan is the most honest, vulnerable side. It could be ugly, it could be beautiful, it could be evil, it could be good, but just your most pure self, whatever it might be.
Whom did you get the best compliment from Gehraiyaan, which you will cherish?
Honestly, I've really, really, really been overwhelmed by all the love that I've gotten. But for me, I think some of the actors that I look up to and I admire, be it Ranbir or Ranveer or Alia, in that sense, when they reached out to me and spoke to me about the film and my performance, that I screenshotted those and I read them almost every night because I admire them so much that when it comes from another actor and they notice choices that you made within a scene, it really feels really good.
Absolutely, I do get that. So what are the 3 things that Ananya always carries with her that you can't survive without?
Unfortunately, my phone. Mostly, I always have a book with me in my bag. And what else? I don't really need much more than that. Maybe a smile.
So
I try.
The actor or director on your wish list?
Sanjay Leela Bhansali sir and Zoya and Karan.
Awesome. Describe yourself in a hashtag.
Serial chiller, as I already have.
What do you do at duty free?
When I'm on my day off, probably
duty free airport, duty free.
Oh, I don't know, like when you're free in that way. At an airport, what would I get? Like chocolates, huh?
Okay.
Like a lot of chocolate.
A star whose closet you want to raid.
Listen, I have seen Deepika's closet up close, and her shoe and bag collection is too good. So I think Deepika for sure.
Would Ananya date a fan?
I mean, I would date anyone who I have a connection with in that way. I don't see it in that way. I just would hope it doesn't come in the way of how they feel about me.
Word of advice to Siddhant. You're doing 2 films with him now.
Don't trouble me anymore. Okay. Stop troubling
me. How does he trouble you?
He's just always troubling me. We're like Tom and Jerry. We keep fighting and then we love each other also. So less fighting.
Vijay Devarakonda.
Advice? Be ready for all the reactions you're going to get in the Hindi audience.
Okay.
Embrace it. Yeah.
Karthik.
Karthik. I wouldn't give advice. What advice would I give Karthik? I would ask him on some tips on how he's taking care of his new dog.
So sweet.
Because we both have dogs, we could like discuss.
That's it.
About
Can you
dogs.
imagine? Dog faces. Tiger.
Tiger. Blah, blah, blah. I want to ask him when his next cheat meal is because I really want to join him. I've not had a meal with Tiger in too long. And we used to
But you're
bond
quite-
over pancakes.
You're quite the pasta cookie person, yeah? How is that going?
Amazing. I'm really happy. I'm using the celebration of our film as an excuse every day to eat something or the other.
Lastly, word of advice to Ishaan, since all your co-stars you're discussing here.
Ishaan, I would say keep dancing.
Okay. This or that, jeans or joggers?
Joggers?
Maldives or Switzerland?
Switzerland. I've been to Maldives twice last year, so now I want to go to Switzerland.
Movie nights or dinner date?
Movie night.
Bungee jumping or scuba diving?
Scuba diving? I'm scared of heights.
Sneakers or stilettos?
Sneakers.
Night in or night out?
Night in.
A weird thing about you that people don't know.
I mean,
I know you can do this.
touch my
That's
tongue to my nose. Everyone knows that now. I can type with my eyes shut.
I got keyboard
Like, I can
specialist.
type. Yeah. I can type if my eyes are closed or if I'm not looking under a table. Had to pick up these habits in school.
And a food ingredient in every meal. An ingredient you use in every meal that you need.
I don't cook myself, but I know I need something meat every day to eat. Something I need my sugar fix every day.
Okay, now will we see something like a girl gang thing since your Charlie's Angels are now making their debut?
I hope so. I really, really hope so. I hope they make like a Gile Zara part 2. I know the first one's not even made yet, but I hope they make a part 2 and I hope they take the three of us because it's always been our dream.
So there's Shania, Sohana, and Ananya. What would the film be called? Actually, what is the Charlie's Angel group? What do they talk about? I want to know which is
called.
Is it Charlie's Angels?
It's called Charlie's Angels, our WhatsApp group. What do we talk about? We talk about everything. Like we're constantly talking about something or the other. We're making plans to meet each other. I send them my pictures of my clothes.
Favorite?
Should I wear this? Should I wear that? Our favorite thing is what do we talk about? I can't say it now. It's a secret.
Awesome.
But we're talking about everything. We know everything and we're talking about everything.
Girl crush.
Ooh, Sania Malhotra.
Wow.
She's damn cute. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man crush.
I mean, my OG man crush is Ritik.
Oh, sweet. You just might manifest a film with them. And it's just lovely chatting with you, Ananya. So,
Thank you.
Many, many congratulations for Gehraiyaan. So, how are the celebrations going now? Since we're wrapping up and your biggest takeaway now, it's all over. Promotions round the clock. Movie is out, has been accepted. What were you most nervous about actually now, before and now?
I was definitely most nervous about whether I would be able to do justice to the character because when I signed the film, I was only 21. Even for most of the shooting, I was 21 and 22. So I was taking on a very big responsibility in terms of even the situations I've probably never been in real life. So I definitely wanted to do justice. And I think my biggest takeaway was what I've learned. I've definitely changed, not just as an actor, but as a person also through the experience of this film. So, I mean, it's just more than we could have even dreamt of or asked for.
Awesome. And we'll keep the banner flying high. Yeah? Many congratulations. Looking forward to many such performances.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So lovely talking to you.
Likewise. And well done. Well done. Honestly. You were just perfect.
You.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.